Good evening, everybody. I have decided to do something a little bit different with my foiling today, and you're going to see what I'm getting at. The first thing I did, I've put my camera on, as you can see at the moment, and I took my green foil and I've set it up in the light like so. Then, with my program that I love to use, my Craft Artist, I decided to do this. I'll show you. Let me just move it here. I picked up colors using the pipette or pipette picker, whatever you want to call it, and I went on the other side to pick up the greens from the image. So my camera was set on the other page, on the other screen, and I took my pipette to the other side and picked up the colors. Now, to show you that, if I wanted to show you that, I can do this, place them next to one another, take the pipette, pick up any green color from my greens, and say that's the color I'm going to use. And then what I've done is I set up 4 boxes, and I picked it up. And for instance, I say this one, I wanted that color. There you go. I've got colors that I've picked up from the color of my foil. Now that that's done, I've printed the sheet. Let's put it back to where you can see. I've printed the colors on a laser printer. And I'm going to use this after I foil with this foil. So that's the idea behind what I'm planning to do today. Now, the other thing is I've got some new papers that I bought this week, and I have not yet tried them for foiling. So I decided that I must try them as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get some of this. It's Xerox 300 GSM, and I'm going to bring a sheet out, and I'm going to use that to foil with. See how it does. I'm not sure. Haven't used it yet. But you know what? Unless we try it, we won't know how that would work. Now, this is laser card or laser printers. So when you think about it that way, it's rather smooth. And I've decided that that's the first I'm going to try. So now I've got my foiling made ready to go. It's getting warm. I'm going to bring in one of my designs that I recently, again, obtained. So for instance, I can use one of these. These are Todo designs. I'm going to try one of them. Well, let's try this one first. If we don't try, we won't know. So I'm going to place that there. And I'm going to leave it to go warm. Now, I'm going to cut a piece of foil. I've got the right scissors for the foil. So bear with me to get the right scissors. I'm going to cut that. Because if it's a used scissors, it won't cut it nicely. So what I'm going to do is again find how big that is. It's about that size. And I'm going to place it on top of my plate, but I'm going to place it facing downwards. So the nice foil kisses the nice area. Then I'm going to place my piece of material or paper that I'm going to try to use on there. Sometimes I like to put a piece of paper. Now that was something that was printed on the wrong fine paper, which I normally print on sticker cards. So instead of throwing it away, I place it on there and I can use it for a few times. And I'm going to foil that bit. Now these pieces I will keep to foil a sentiment to go with the card I will end up eventually making. So I'm going to bring in my Big Shot. Now I'm going to do in total 4 pieces of this same design. And then I'm going to use the waist to see whether I can get the waist to work with these laser printed designs. And we'll see what effect we're going to get. So whether it will work or not, again, as I said to my ladies this week during a session, I said, do you like me to do a video that I have tried before, know it's going to work perfectly? Or would you rather I sit here, I do it, it goes wrong, and I'll do it again? And they said, no, we rather you didn't edit. We rather you did it and it went wrong and you do it again, because hey ho, if Susan gets it wrong, then so what if we get it wrong? You don't get frustrated. If I get it right every time, straight away, when you come to do it, you're going to think, hang on a minute, Susan does it always right. And you think that it has to be done right, and then you get frustrated with what you're doing. And unfortunately, that's where it can then become a little bit like, you know what, it just came out of the box, it's going to go back in the box and on the shelf. There you go. So that's why I tend to do things as and when we need to. I've just seen here, happy birthday, which has a cut. So later on, I'll do some happy birthdays with it as well. But I'll cut the outer side, I'll do it in white so that it will look a little bit nicer when we put it onto all the green. We'll have a look. We'll see. Let's have a look. I'm waiting for this to go warm. Now, this is just because I've just about switched it on. Once we start, if I put it back in straight away, it's not going to take us this long to do a couple more. I'm going to do 4 pieces, the same design, because I want to try them with each color that I have. Now, while we're waiting, another thing I could do is just take the scissors. Let's use the one that we use for cutting paper. I'll just cut that over. Doesn't have to be straight, because you know what? When we finish, we're going to use our caterpillar to cut it straight anyway. So those are 4 pieces that I've got different shades of green. I just am interested at the moment to see what colors or what effects I'm going to get from this. It might work, and again, it might not. We'll soon find out. I'm going to place it there. This is my Go Press foil, and unfortunately, Go Press foil needs a couple of shims set up, so I'm going to put them in there, and I'm going to go through, and now it's going over. Now it's too much. The foil, the plate I have is a Todo plate, and they are thicker than the usual plate, so it might not need the shim all the while after all. I'm going to go through once and come back out. Sometimes that gives me overfoiling. We don't want that today, not for what I'm trying to do. But again, it's a die that I just bought this week. Haven't yet tried it, so I need to learn how this die works with what I have. I'm going to pull that out. Whoa, look at that. That looks quite a nice design. I'm going to leave it a little. Let's prepare another one in the meantime. So I'm going to place that straight in so it starts warming up again, or keep warming up. I'm going to get another piece of my lovely green foil. It will be something that wide. I'm going to just take that down there. I'm going to take a bit out of it for another sentiment to do. And I think that will do nicely. So let's just place that on here. It's a little bit too big, so I'm gonna just take it a little bit down a notch. Because you can have a small sentiment you might want to cut from it. And I might want to cut a little bit from here. If it comes small, don't worry, I got loads of it. I'll just cut another piece. But I think that will be nice for the size of paper and card I've got. So I'm going to place it there, get another piece. I'm going to put it on top of it, close it down. Let's put our piece of paper there. And that's ready. Look, while I was talking and doing, that is ready to go. So I'm going to place it here, one shim, and I'm going to go through with my shim again, just once. And I like to come back out. Sometimes I don't. It depends on how they start coming. I don't know yet, but I'm hoping they are coming okay from what I see down there. That was another one. So I'm going to fix it in there. Because I need 4. I'm going to take that out. And it looks beautiful again. Look. You see how beautiful that turned out? I hope it is beautiful when I unveil it. Let's call it unveil it. Isn't it nice? It's a nice word. So when we unveil, we'll want to see how that's going to be. So I'm going to cut another piece about that. I'm going to take a little bit that's there. I just take a little bit this much out of it. I will use them on a sentiment, so they're not that important, but they can still be used. I'm going to place that there. I'm going to take another piece of my paper that I've cut earlier. I don't know where I've put them. They're up here somewhere. There it is. I'm going to cut it. I'll be so happy if this paper is good for this foiling. It seems to be very super smooth, but I have bought, they are laser printer card. I've got 280 GSM and 300 GSM, and I got 10 packs. They're very expensive individually, but 10 packs, I got them for the beautiful price of just 40 quid. So I thought that was a bargain. And if it works with my foiling, it will be an even bigger bargain, I think. So I'm going to wait for that. While that's warming, it's already warm, but I want to warm it a little bit longer. I'm going to try to take this off and see the result. We've got a tiny bit of over or under foiling, but in general, look at that. How beautiful is that design? That came really, really nice. I'm very pleased with it. So I'm going to put that on the side for now. And I need to keep this safe because with this is what I'm going to do the magic afterwards, or so I hope anyway. So I'm going to do the other one. And again, now this had a little bit, it's as if it has been slightly moved. So there's a little bit of overfoiling. It could be because I tried passing it with 2 shims. Now, let's see how they go. I will still try them. I'm going to take that. I'm going to do it without this time because I had a little bit of overfoiling. So I'm going to just go with it. One way. They are thicker dyes. So let's have a look and see what happened with that one. It looks like it still did a nice job. And there you go, look at that. I'll leave it to cool down a little. I'm going to do my last one because I've got 2 ready. That's my third, and I've got my final one. And I'm using the same foil color just because I would like to see what I'm going to get with that image at the end. If it works, I will do a file with each color of every bit I've got. So what I'll do, if I've got 5 colors of foil, I do 5 pieces of or 5 files with 5 colors. to test out. So I think when you work like that and when you play like that, that's when you then see what it is you can achieve. At the moment, I'm only playing, so I'm not trying to go for perfection on the edges or the size of the paper. I'll still find a way of using them. I just need a bit more light here, if I can get you more light. So there you go. If I turn that round, that looks beautiful. Let's see when we take it off. I didn't use a shim on this one. And you know what? Look at how beautiful that turned out. You see how nice that is? So there is a Todo die that I recently saw for sale, and I bought it for just £5. I'm very happy with it, and it worked beautifully with my foil. Now, my last one, I'm going to pass it through, and then I'll change the plate. This is going to not be a very, very long video, because I'm going to change the plate to a flat plate, probably a Todo one as well. We'll see, I've got several ones of them now. I'll do a plate to try out my colored pieces of card that I've got. So what I'm going to do, take this off. There you go. And again, I'll leave it a few minutes to just get a bit cooler. I'm going to bring in my magnet. Let's see, I've got 2 boxes now because I've been buying so many things. I'm getting a bigger box every time. So I'm going to try it. Take this one off. And I can place it over on a piece of plastic rubber mat I've got. Let's get that out. And we can put it on top of it. That can just stay there to cool down. Now I need my plate. It's going to be a flat plate. Now this was one I recently bought, but it's got like a bit of a line in it, but not on the other side. So I'm going to use it this way. I don't think it's going to make much difference for me doing it that way. Then I'm going to place a piece of my foil on top of it, like so. Let's see if I can get it there to see better what I'm doing. I'm going to place that on there, like so. Make sure, if possible, there's not many air bubbles and things like that. And then I'm going to use my 4 colored pieces because I want to see what difference they make. So that's going to be one. I'm going to place it there. I'm going to close it. It might not stick to it, but I think it would. So I'm going to wait for it to really warm up, and I'll pass it through my machine. In the meantime, I'm getting the others ready. So I'll have one of these. Let's see how this turned out. So if I use this one, let's have a look here. And I'll just take the foil off. Isn't that a beautiful design? You see, it came really, really nice. It's exactly how it should be. And I'm very happy with it. So that's my other one. My 4 pieces have been made. I've got 4. One is a little bit overfoiled, you can see it. But you know what? That's because I would have done an extra shim. But the rest are quite nicely done. Now, that's going to go on that one. Let me do this first. I'm going to get this out. That's my, oh, before I move it or get it out, oh no, I still need to pass it through here. When I'm talking about what we're doing, sometimes I forget what it is I should or should not be doing. Now that was very, very easy going. I don't know if that made any difference to my design, but I hope it caught it up. So let's put that in again. I'm going to take that off, and I'm going to bring this up to see whether it's been, yes, it looks like it has done it. So I'm going to put that on the side for now. Then I'm going to place my other piece of foil. Waste. This is the waste. These are the pieces that we would have wasted if we didn't try to use them in any way, shape, or form. So again, placing that on, that's warming up. In the meantime, I'm coming here and I'm going to take the foil out. Oh, it didn't catch. So it needs to be passed again. I'll do it again. See, and this one I will put a piece of, maybe I need to do it if I had toner foil, but toner foil will do it on all, unless I do the waste on a toner foil. Let's have a look. I won't give up yet. I'm going to get another piece of shim, and now I'm going to pass it with a shim. This time I told you there wasn't any friction going, so maybe that's why it did not stick to it. So I'm going to do it with a bit of friction. I'm going to go slow one way, and then I'm going to go slow the other. Now, if it doesn't catch to it, then it's an idea that did not work for me the first time round. I haven't tried this yet, but we'll see. If we can get it to work, that will be fantastic. If not, doesn't really matter, because I'm happy with what I've done and how that worked. Now, this has this cotton on. Now, look at that. That is absolutely fabulous. Look how clean that came off and how nice that piece is. So now if I'm making a card, I can use the two together. Can you see how beautiful that turned out? I'm going to do the other one. I'm going to do it again. They're different colors, but they're still the same printer, same toner. So all that one needed was for me to put a bit more shims on it to give me the right design. And you'll see, I will do all four of them, then I will take all my machines off my table, show you the result, what we did this evening, and I'll stop recording there so it won't be too long, although my ladies enjoy watching them anyway. They'll always ask, where are the videos? And even the lessons I do, I record videos for them and place them in a place where all my class can get to. And they go, you haven't done it yet. So that shows me they do really like going to watch the videos, even though they've been for the lesson. And then, you know what? All I ask is a simple little click to say you like it, if you did like it, or subscribe if you haven't yet done so, because it gives me more pleasure and I would want to do more if I see more people are getting in to watch these things. So I know there's a lot out there, but you will not get any editing with me because I don't believe in editing. And most of the time, I just sit there and say, I'm going to try this. So I won't try it before I do the video to see whether it works. I do it with you. That's another one. I'm going to leave it to cool down a little so it will stick. I'm getting another piece. And again, with another one here, I'm going to do it like so. I'm going to place my paper on top, close it. It's already warm, so all I need to do is get it out, pass it through with some shims, and hope that it does come through okay. If it doesn't, it's not a big issue. All you then need to do is just don't get it off, just repass it through. So sometimes that needs it. And we'll have a look and see what we end up with. I'm going to take that off, hoping that that has now got stuck properly. We'll soon find out. And I'm going to do my last one. So again, I've got one more waste. So however many you make, that's the number of waste you'd get. and I was prepared for the colors. I'm going to place it there. Whoops. Let's leave it to warm up properly first, because I've just put it on. Then I'll take everything off my desk and put it on the side. I will then show you what we ended up with. I think it was a successful, quick video showing you what you can do with your design and your waste. I know my ladies would like to go and have a play with this, and I might even do them an extra lesson next week, saying, you know what, it's an evening I'm going to be doing this, join me, and they'll join me to watch what we're doing. So it will be like live, because we'll do it via Zoom. I'll get them in. I record via Zoom as well, and I find it really easy. And you know what? None of you, if anybody decides to join or wants to join, I only charge a very, very small fee. And you know what? You won't be on the video, so you don't need to worry that you're going to be seen on a video on YouTube. I don't, not even me. Look, you can never see the face of whoever is on the meeting. So here you go, that's done as well. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to switch off that and move it to the side. I'm going to put it on my mug over here, just so it cools down. Take that out of the way. Put it out of the way there. And now I'm going to see what results we got with what I've just done. So, firstly, I did, using my plates, I did my 4 pieces of foiling on normal. The paper is brilliant for this. I got good results straight away. I'm so pleased with it. Then one of them, I used the first one I did, first or second. I did a bit of more pressure and it came a little bit more foiled, but the rest are absolutely gorgeous. Then I had 4 pieces of waste, as you would expect. What I've done is I did the first one, and I did them on different color background. So you can see through here, I've got the green color that came through. If I do this one, I know it's difficult in the light, and it's an evening I'm doing this. When I take this off, I get a lighter design coming through. And you see the two? That's because it was a lighter color paper. So you can decide what it is you're trying to achieve when you are thinking of printing the colors. I'm going to do that one. Look at that. That came off quite nicely. I don't mind about the edges. I'm only interested in where the design is. And look, it's a shade between them again. You see it? I'll bring the camera down this way a little, like that. You see how it brings out the design, the color I've printed underneath. And they can be, one is lighter. You see how beautiful they turned out? I am very happy with the results I got this evening. That's a little bit of a darker color, but it's still got a nice design. And then I've got the last one. I think this might have been the lighter of all. But this didn't come up nice. Look, I've got some underfoiling. Well, firstly, it didn't. I'll tell you what. I should really have done it a bit more. But also, this was, I think, the one that was, it's rubbish. It would have been really nice. Look, seeing the colors, it's light. It would have been really nice if that worked. Now, it could be I forgot to pass it through the machine, because I do things like that every now and then. It could be I didn't leave it to warm up a little. So I say that's my fault for what I've done. It's nothing to do with the technique. The technique works. So for that, this one is going to just be cut into 2 pieces and thrown away. It's not good. But these, I can now create some beautiful cards, little thank you cards with them. Okay? So I hope you liked it. Please do remember to click that like button if you did. I hope you enjoyed watching. It wasn't difficult, and it's another way of making sure you even use your waste paper. There's nothing on there anymore where I want it, so that can now be thrown away. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I hope you like, or rest of the day, depending on when you're watching. I hope you liked what I had to show you. And remember, all I used were 4 pieces of green colors, which I picked up from the same color of my foil, and just overfoiled with the waste. So I hope you liked the technique. I've seen it in a couple of places, but they used both um, toner paper, colored toner paper. I did my own, and I did it that way. That's where I'm different to others. But I hope you liked, and I hope to see you in the next video very soon. Bye bye for now.